Hey, what's up, you guys? Yes, welcome back to a brand new episode of the A Cuppa Soda podcast. Yes, it is now December of 2021. I can't believe this year is already ending. Um, it's a bit kind of sad if you think about it. Because that means we're getting older, meaning we're gonna die. Eh. Anyways, um, this episode is not gonna be your traditional December talk. Um, I am going to do a more holiday themed episode, but just not this week. We're not having one this week, and the reason why is because I don't really have December stories or anything exciting that normally happens in December. I don't really have that. That's not my life. I'm drinking juice. But yeah, anyways. The reason why I'm even making a podcast is because I love podcasting. And I thought today I can talk about dog walking. I know it's not very a holiday theme, but whatever. I guess I could tell you some holiday stories, but that's going to be towards the end. Okay. So I guess I could start with how I started dog walking in the first place. Back in like 2017, 2018, I knew I wanted to be a dog walker because I've seen dog walkers around, and I wanted to do something where I didn't have to socialize with people and I could just work and walk dogs, and that was my job. And 2018, I'm about to graduate. I want to like go to school, but it was starting to see like school wasn't going to be an option for me, and I didn't even take my SATs or anything like that, so that's why I was like very adamant about just working. And so I was like, I'm just gonna dog walk, whatever. I like dogs. As you guys know, I have a dog and a cat because I love animals. My cat's actually eating right now, so hopefully you don't hear him too much. But anyways, so basically, my principal at the time, he had a friend who also is into dog walking, and she has been dog walking for like 13 years. It's actually pretty crazy to be dog walking for 13 years and having a successful standalone business with dog walking. And I talked to them. I actually, in I think late 2018, or no, not late 2018, like mid 2018, I met up with this lady, and she kind of taught me how to dog walk and whatever. And a couple of months passed after I graduated and all that stuff. I wasn't working. I was in Newark. As some of you guys know, I was living in Newark, and that was far away from everyone and everything, and it made things very difficult, which made 2018 a like just horrible year in general. But I guess nothing can top 2015, but that's a story for probably never, because it gets super personal. It's just like, no. So 2015, no touching. I don't know why I even mentioned it. Anyways, 2018 was bad, I guess, and I don't know. So 2019 happens, and I'm like, no. I need to fucking work. I don't care where it's gotta be. I'm gonna fucking work. Like, I was going crazy, and I needed a job. I couldn't just not be I was jobless for a few months, and it was torture. And so I got it. Like, I applied to I actually applied to another dog walking company, and I didn't get the job. And the reason why I found out that I didn't get the job was because I asked if I got the job, because after I did my second interview, they told me that they were going to give me a call sometime that week to, like, with the paperwork. So I'm like, okay, I got hired because now we're going to do paperwork. I wait till like almost another week, and I'm like, hey, is the paperwork coming soon? And they're like, oh yeah, you didn't get the job. Here's another place you can go and see. And I was like, so I basically waited almost 2 weeks for you to respond, to find out that I wasn't even hired. That hurt because I felt like I wasted my time, their time, just time. I wasted time. So I go, and funny enough, the job I get accepted in, I actually applied before, but I missed the interview because I thought I was supposed to go in at 10:30 and it was at 10. So I was 30 minutes late. So it looked bad and I was just like, fuck. So I reapplied, got interviewed twice. Then I did the third interview where I met one of the walkers, one of the managers, and I got hired. I was so happy that I got hired. And I think 2 days later I started working. Like I just started working then. And it was amazing. I did everything right. I didn't have that many fuck ups, I believe. And I have so many stories of dog walking that I don't even know. I can't fit it into this video without it getting way too long. And I don't want to bore you guys with all the crazy stories that came with dog walking. I guess I'll give you guys one crazy story because it was just so annoying that it was so crazy that my boss references it to other people, and it's a whole thing. Anyway, so let me start it. So it was summer of 2019. It was around, I believe, July. Yeah, it was around July, and it's fucking hot. And that was the day, like not the day, that was the time where I was not having any days off. I worked the entire month because I wanted to get a brand new iPhone. I wanted to get the iPhone 10. And I also wanted to pay for my family's vacation to North Carolina. So I worked my ass off that month, and there was a visit I had to do. It was a cat visit. Okay, so I had to do a meet and greet. If you guys know what a meet and greet is, it's basically where you meet the parents, aka the clients, aka just the dog or cat owner. Yeah, I know. Anyways, the cat owner of them, right? So when we got there, the cat is injured. The cat is in a cast and this and that, and they were going over medical stuff. Now I'm used to now having to give the animals medicine through either injection, mouth injection, not stabbing them with a needle. Hell no. I'm not qualified for that. But I don't know how to explain it. Basically, the cat had like a broken arm because the cat decided to jump off a rail thingy, which is insane. Like, how does that even happen? And of course, my cat is scratching the post. Anyways, what was I going with that? Okay, so yeah, cat had a broken tail, or not tail, arm and foot, I guess. He was fucked up basically, and we were going over it and things like that. And I was gonna take over the morning and afternoon, while one of the other managers, the one that actually hired me, funny enough, we were going to be the ones taking care of the cat, and she was gonna do it in the evening, because I had work, and like I already had my dogs and everything set. I have a schedule that day, and the next we go over everything. I have, because there's multiple medications, like one in the morning, one in the evening with the injection. So there was like 3 different things I had to do, and I had to memorize. So I went in the morning already prepared, just getting ready to do what I gotta do, and I can't find the cat. But what I do find is the cast. Jeez. I found the cask, and I was petrified. I was like, oh, so the cat is injured, walking around, or not, without his cast. And so, I'm like looking around, and I'm like, I can't find a cat. And I find out that the clients have 3 floors, and they were supposed to baby gate the floors, but they didn't. And not only did they not baby gate the doors, I mean not the doors, the gates to the stairs, they didn't close any of the doors. So there was 3 floors, and there's a couple of rooms in each floor, and all the doors were open. The doors were fucking open. They told us the day before that they were gonna have everything closed and things, so the cats don't have that many places to run to. That was a fucking lie, and now I have to run around 3 floors. Their AC was broken, so it was like 80 degrees inside. And I'm having to go up and down the stairs looking for the cat. I had to call the client because I didn't know where I was supposed to look. And I couldn't find the cat anywhere. I looked because their house, not that their house was a mess, but their house had a lot of things. So it was like really hard to, I was really playing like I Spy with the cat. Like it was so, like cats are good hiders. Like sometimes I have a hard time finding my own cat. And my room is small. So this house was huge. And there was so many rooms, and I looked everywhere. I looked in places that I didn't think the cat would even be able to reach. That's how like much I was looking through. And I finally found the cat in the parents' bedroom, underneath the bed. But what makes it even more annoying is that their bed isn't the beds that have space underneath. It's the one that's completely on the floor. So you think, how am I supposed to, like, how did the cat get there? And I found out that the cat got there through the back of the bed in a little hole to get in the bed, like inside under the bed. So there was almost no way for me to get to that cat. And also the cat is a little hostile where it starts hissing at me and like, you know, threatens to hit me with his paws. And I'm not trying to get scratched, you know, that's not in my job description to being cut up by a cat. So yeah, I'm not doing that. So, you know, I'm talking to the client. I'm like, how am I supposed to get this cat out? I'm sorry. And mind you, it's already been like extended my visit. Like my visit has already extended. I'm supposed to be there for 20 minutes, not already 40. I was already 40 minutes in talking to the client, figuring out what happened. I'm going to be late for my next walk if I don't hurry this up and distribute the medicine, because the cat needs the medicine, needs the pain medicine, the steroids, and whatever else. So that was extremely annoying. You know, it took 3 hours to get this cat. I'm summing it up because it was hectic. I was dying. 3 hours. I had to cancel my walk. Someone had to take my walk because I had to do this. Not only did I have to get the cat, I had to leave the cat, do a dog. You know where I left the cat? In the bathroom. I left the cat in a bathroom with their stuff. And I got the cat in its little crate thing, and I had to take the cat to the vet. So luckily I had another person help me, because guess what happened when I got the cat out of the bathroom before I got it in the crate and everything? The cat made a run for it, and guess what after that? The cat hid under something else, and I couldn't get it because there was no space underneath. They had like this thing, it was a couch that one of the legs were open, and so you can go underneath the couch, but the rest of the couch has no bottom. It's literally also on the floor, which is really just frustrating to think about again. But I had to call another walker that's like the cat whisperer. Like she does all the cats basically, and so she came and helped me with it. You know, we had to get like I broke a broom trying to get this fat ass cat out of the thing. Like I was pushing the cat, and the cat was drugged up because I finally distributed the medicine when I got the cat the first time. That's how I was able to get them in the bathroom. So the cat was already high. So I have a high cat that I need to take to the vet, and the cat won't move because he's like so fucked up. And I break the broom by accident, and I'm talking to the client. I'm like, I'm so sorry, I broke your broom. And they're like, it's okay, just get the cat. And so I feel bad that the cat's the cat's high. I forgot what we did, but we got the cat out, thank God, because it was already a headache and a half to get that cat out. Bring it to the vet. She gave me a ride because I was gonna scooter over there, and the vet was like far, and I was like tired. And so we get the cat. The cat's all good. Luckily, this story ends in a happy note because I did get paid for those 3 hours. Obviously, they were like $9. So I got paid like, I don't know, 20 bucks, maybe? Something like that. For the stress and the bullshit I had to deal with. Also, I got $100 tip. After the visit and stuff like that, I got $100 tip. But you know what the tip was? It was a freaking Target gift card. I was a little mad because that means I had to buy anything in Target. I couldn't, buy food somewhere or anything with the $100. So it was like very like, please, if you know that this person doesn't like, you don't know what I like. What happens if I don't really go to Target? So if you're going to tip somebody in a card, make sure it's just a card that just has money, like a Visa card that has like $100 in the card. Please don't do a specific gift card because they might not ever use it, and that was just a waste of your money and their money and like their time, because like you try to reward them but it's something that they won't even use, and so it's like not even a reward anymore. So I would just say, if you're gonna give them a card, please give them just a normal Visa card that you can get at the stores or whatever, because it's a little bit more helpful when you give them an actual card, or cash. Just give cash like that. We don't ask for much, just cash or a card or Zelle us. I don't know, or Zelle, Venmo. I don't Venmo, but I do Zelle. Anyways, what's another thing I wanted to mention? Oh, holidays. So I'm gonna tell you guys a holiday one that was like not recent, but I feel like I have a theory on it. So call me freaking conspiracy theory over here. Oh, the shift, it's coming. So tell me why December of last year, not last year because last year is 2020, the year before that, Jesus, it still feels like 2020, guys. Anyways, the year before that, 2019, that entire month I was getting sick left and right. And you guys know that. If you guys watched my channel during that time period, you guys know that I was constantly sick and constantly having to film sick. I've never been sick to the point where I lost my voice. Like, I've always been, we get sick, obviously, right? I never lost my voice like that. The way I lost my voice, that was new. Never happened before. So I lost my voice. I was like, ugh. Like, I made an episode video with the lost voice, if you guys want to hear it. I was sick. I was sick multiple times that entire month. Christmas happens, I'm dying sick. Like, I'm hurling at 3 a.m. With an extreme headache. I was dizzy. And guess what I was doing? I was working. I worked a lot because I was trying to get my sister's Christmas gifts that were going to be a little late because I need money, and I was like struggling with financially I was struggling that year. Surprisingly enough, even though I worked my ass off that entire year with minimal days off, it was crazy. But honestly, there's so much I gotta talk to you guys about this dog walking stuff. All right, so I was super sick on Christmas. I was like dying sick. Like, I have stories and stuff like that. Just me like passing out in the middle of work, or like while I'm waiting for my next shift, or whatever you want to call it. It was kind of scary. Like, I thought I was gonna die. That's how fucking, like, I'm not being dramatic. Like, I'm not like, oh, I'm sick, I feel like I'm dying. But like, the sick that I had was like, I was having migraines, like extreme migraines where your eyes feel like they're gonna like get ripped out of your eye sockets, and not being able to breathe, and and throwing up every few hours, feeling nauseous, and it felt like I couldn't move, while also working in extreme weather, working with animals, going up and down the stairs, running around. I'm on my scooter, my ankles hurt, freaking everything. I'm like doing all these circles. I was going to Weehawken, which, if you guys don't know, that's freaking far from downtown Jersey City where I used to work. And yeah, I was just sick, and the fact that I was doing a sleepover, which you guys know that sleepovers are just basically you taking care of the dog overnight. That's basically what it was. Um, I I was already sick. I had a fever. Um, and the funny thing is, though, is that the sickness didn't stop in December. The sickness went on till February. Like, I was getting sick left and right from December to February, just constantly getting sick. And then we find out about COVID. Obviously, I don't want to talk too much about COVID because I think we all had enough of the word COVID for like forever. But it was like a theory of mine is that, like, obviously we know that COVID has been around since November of 2019, or as what we were told. Who knows how long it's been? And honestly, I have to say, maybe I did get COVID. Now, I wouldn't say I had COVID because, there's no way for me to know. Every time I got tested, I was always negative, so, that's good. But the fact of the matter is that I felt like I've been sick before. I've never been this kind of sick that I was when I was like when that time period happened. I've never been that sick ever. Like, I'll get like a little runny nose, maybe a cold, like a little sniffle, or like, I feel kind of like crap a little bit. But this sickness was so bad, and it was happening repeatedly. My family was getting sick left and right every single day. Like, we were all getting sick multiple times in a month. Like, it wasn't once, twice, maybe 3 times. No, it was like freaking like 20 times maybe. And I'm not even trying to be dramatic. Like, it felt like 20 times. It probably was 20 times or more. Who knows? But it was like no breaks. Like, I was feeling a little, every time I felt a little better, like I just had like a stuffy nose, or maybe just like a weird thing, like scratch on my throat. Like, I could pull it off. I'm still normal. But these were not. Like, these were crazy. So I felt like maybe I had COVID, and no one was saying anything. Because I was working, I still was seeing people that travel. Like, these people are rich, so there's a lot of traveling going on. So who knows? Who knows, But it was very suspicious, how I got sick and how I kept getting sick for like months on end until COVID happened, and then I stopped getting sick. Like, after that, I literally did not get sick, which is crazy. How I didn't get sick during the most craziest pandemic when high numbers were happening. My lawyer died. Not that it's funny, because I was like traumatized. Not traumatized, but I don't know how to explain it. But it just like, it put me into more of a perspective when people I know died. Coworkers that weren't like coworkers, but they were like part of the company that I didn't really see too much. Like, I saw them sometimes when I needed to get like a key or something, but I wasn't like friends with them. But it was still someone I saw, and I liked. They were cool. They were never rude. They were actually always nice to me. So when I found out that they died from COVID, and then also my lawyer died from COVID, and a few people dying from COVID or getting new sicknesses because of it. Family member got pneumonia. A family member. I'm not gonna bring too much into it, but people were getting COVID, and then things happening that like trigger their immune system and then fuck it up, and then they get other sicknesses. And COVID is so dangerous. And I'm not gonna go so specific into COVID stuff because, this involves somebody, and I don't wanna bring them up. If this is not my story, it's their story. If they want to talk about it, they can. If they don't, then they don't. So I'm not gonna talk about it. But COVID has been, a personal thing with me, and as much as probably some of you guys. You guys probably have experienced some COVID things too. Probably had COVID. There are people like. I know that I'm going through another tangent, and this is no longer like dog walking, but I just thought of it. Well, not just thought of it. I did think of it before, but like I want to put it into perspective now. 2020 has put a divide in us in specific ways, not into like politics and like race and stuff like that. That has been an issue for like, I don't even know, hundreds of years or thousands of years, I don't know, long. So I'm not talking about like that, but what I am talking about is perspective. Like perspective, like life-changing perspective. 2020 has shown different sides of people and how they handle and deal with life-threatening events. Some people went the safety and cautious and safe route, while some went the more opposite side where they were more reckless, more I don't want to say loony, but like very just weird. And then after those splits, mindsets have changed. Me, I'm more cautious about just my space, cautious, like even the personal stuff. Like I've learned to take time for myself. I learned to reflect and realize where I want my life to go and all that stuff. So in that perspective, I've learned a lot of, like, I'm more goal oriented than I ever was. I'm more not reassuring because I'm still struggling with a lot of stuff, but I feel like I stand up for myself more. I'm more like, I'm not taking shit from nobody. Like that's me now. Like I'm a person who's just not gonna like let things go by. And I've seen how that's changed other people. Not me, but like how COVID has changed other people. Now people are more into the conspiracy theory, more into the this has all been planned. Like maybe it has. Maybe it has been planned, but the way they go about it makes like the whole argument look bad. Like if you want to be convincing, I don't even know how you can be convincing because they're so outlandish. It just no. Like obviously COVID has came from like experiments or something similar to that. So obviously it is technically man-made, and it probably was to, bring down the numbers because we've been overpopulated for who knows how long, which is another argument where, some people want to argue about the LGBT and how like we need to populate the earth. I'm like, we're still technically overpopulated. Like, don't forget that we have like there's people with multiple kids, and those kids have multiple kids, and so I don't think we're gonna be overpopulated anytime. Underpopulated anytime soon. And the LGBT still wants children. So you act like once there's a lot of LGBT people, there's not gonna be children. I'm like, a lot of LGBT people want to be parents. They'll figure it out. Also, there's a huge children in foster care and orphanages. Orphans, like, orphanage. Jeez, I can't talk. I promise this is just juice. So, adopt, like, LGBT people adopt, and so they take the kids that you guys clearly didn't want or clearly weren't ready for, or whatever the circumstance is. The LGBT. There, I'm like talking about like 1,000 things. I'm sorry, that's my ADHD. Maybe I should do an episode about it, because I always talk about it, like always like joke about it, but I do have it, and it's something that gets annoying, and I feel bad for you guys where you're like into one thing and I completely change topics like I am right now. At least I'm able to catch it, because sometimes I do not catch it, and I don't realize it till I'm editing it, and I'm like, what the fuck? But yeah. So I talked about dog walking. I talked about COVID. I talked about me getting sick from COVID, or I don't even know. I never got sick from COVID officially. Like I never got a thing that said I'm contaminated with COVID. Thank God. I have a horrible sense of smell, and it's not because of COVID or anything like that. I've always had it for like since I was 12 because I got my nose broken, and that's a story for another day. But before I end, I know that this episode was kind of like all over the place, and I didn't have like a full-on plan of what this episode was gonna be. So sorry, but this month is not only a time to reflect. I'm not gonna talk too much about my reflections because I feel like I've done that already, like a few times where I just kept reflecting. So I'm not gonna reflect anymore until like the end. But I am happy that I have this podcast. I am happy that I'm starting to stand up for myself, and even though that has led to some drama, I don't regret it in a sense. I don't regret standing up for myself and calling out things that I deem important and something that I'm a part of, and just things like that. Like, I'm gonna defend it. So if any haters or any people who wanna battle me or whatever the fuck it is, go right ahead. I don't care, but I do care. Like, I care that you care. Like, it's nice. But I noticed, and like thinking about it now, I noticed that they don't like me, and people don't like me because I speak my mind. Because my friends, who some are friends with, think similar to me, who have the same viewpoints as me, but they're still friends with. The only reason why I'm not is because I speak my mind, I call it out, and I say for what it is. They didn't like that. So, cheers. Also, you like my introvert cup? Also, I know that my cousin's not here. She got a new job and, school and stuff like that. So, I don't know if she's gonna come this month. I'm hoping that she does. I might actually hit her up. Where's my phone? Oh, it's in my pocket. I'm going to try to hit her up and see if she's, ready for the podcast, if she wants to do it. If not, it's okay. No pressure on her, obviously. I don't want her to think she has to do this. But I would like to ask. But yeah. So I hope I see her soon. I tried decorating the lights, but you won't even be able to see it. So that kind of sucks. It's on. I love you guys, and thank you guys for watching this episode, and I'll see you guys next week with a hopefully more sustainable one topic, maybe two episode. So, kazoo tight.